Morning. We'll show you the John Deere e12, which is a 12-foot batwing rotary cutter or bush hog. Show that to you today. Walk around, talk about the features, and show it in action a little bit. This time of year, not much to cut, but I'll run with it a little bit, and we'll do that at the end. So here we go. So I spent probably 2 months reading and looking, watching reviews on YouTube, other places to finally arrive at which rotary cutter I wanted in the 12 to 15 foot range, and finally settled on the e12. Just starting here at the back of the tractor. You see, I have 3 SCVs on my tractor, so it's no challenge. I heard about a lot of guys that just have 1 SCV outlet, and how can I make that work? And it is challenging. There is a way to do it, but you don't get the same functionality that you do having at least 2 SCVs. And you're also going to need a 7-pin electrical outlet, common on most 5 series tractors, but maybe on the M's and up. I'm not sure about the E's. I think it's an accessory or an option there, so you might want to get it. If you order in your tractor, it doesn't add a lot to the price, so I recommend you do it. So again, just have mine hooked here on the bottom side of my SCVs, just the way I like to plumb these hydraulic circuits. It is a heavy drive line, and the reason that I say that is because when you're hooking it up by yourself, it's a challenge. So you know, I like to take time to make sure I've got my splines at least lined up like I think they're going to go, and then slide it up on there and you can get it done. But again, just looking here at the tongue, massive piece of metal there, super heavy duty. Walking around, everything's easy to get to in terms of maintenance. On the front gearbox there, same as the other 2 in the back, you have a little sight window and access to get to your gear oil that runs in these gearboxes. Cool thing about these is there is a 5-year gearbox warranty on that, so not too challenging to tear up a gearbox if you're mowing some tough stuff. I don't do that. I've never had any problems. This is my 3rd John Deere E series and M series rotary cutter. I never had 1 minute's problem. Hey Frank makes it into almost all my videos, so there's his little entry. So again, just moving around here, you can get the wheels that are non-pneumatic. They're non-air filled. The one that I was waiting on, I was kind of in a hurry to get this one, didn't have those, so these are very durable tire. I'm not going over a bunch of crazy stuff, so I'm not too worried about it. But if I ever do replace them, I'll go back with the non-pneumatic types. Wasn't a showstopper for this one, and I didn't want to wait any longer. I already had to wait about 90 days to get it. Again, I don't know what really else to say about this rotary cutter. I love it. I love the ease of maintenance, being able to get to all the grease points. Some people call them zerks, grease access points. That's just your jack stand for the front. It's got a real neat place right there. You just pin it down, and you can do that. You've got some leveling bolts right here where you can change and level the cutter. Quality Equipment in Burlington, North Carolina set mine up for me, so when it came out it was level, it was good to go. I appreciate them doing that. The flag is something I added. $2 flag and a couple zip ties, and you're good to go. All right, well, I'm gonna jump in the tractor, fire it up, and raise the wings, and I'm gonna run the cutter a little bit again just so you can see it. I know that you're not gonna get a lot of information out of this review. It is wintertime here in North Carolina, so I'll be using this heavily come spring, and I'll post a follow-up review at that time. So back in the tractor here, I'm gonna raise the wings, show you the way I have them plumbed. These are my SCV controls. Oh, let me get around here to where you can see better. So up is hydraulic, down is gravity. All right, so once that one side goes down, you'll see the other one come down. A little slower. Pretty cool though. I don't know what it is about a bat wing cutter. It gets me pretty excited. And then just your straight up and straight down. All right, I'm gonna put it in motion. So I almost forgot, the one of the really important things I think when deciding which bush hog or rotary cutter to get is what tractor are you matching it up with. So for this E12, I originally set out to run it with my 4052R Deere mower, or Deere tractor, which is a 52 horsepower. I think it's 39 PTO horsepower, and got some different opinions. I know some folks that run them. They say they like them. I was a bit leery of it. Plus, I'm not clipping a pasture 12 inches tall. I use mine around my house as well down there to do basically the same thing as a grooming mower. And I find that a good quality bush hog with decent blades on it will cut pretty good. So, you know, I'm ended up running it 5-6 inches off the deck, and it does a good job. So that was important to me, and I wanted it to have plenty of power. And it sounds a little bit spoiled, but in this 5075M, running it in EPTO mode, where the engine's turning 1600 RPMs, it's a lot quieter, it's a lot more enjoyable bush hogging experience. Longer wheelbase, heavier tractor than the 4052R means a lot smoother ride as well. I've got some pretty good bumps around here that I'm working on smoothing out, but all that takes time. So anyway, I always think that you ought to go a little bit above what you think you need in terms of horsepower and size of tractor. So that's what I did this time. I haven't regretted it so far. So again, I'll be posting another review in the spring after I put some hours on this bush hog, and I'm sure I'll like it as much as I do today. And hopefully Frank will still be around for that video as well. Thanks for watching.